Hello everyone, Jaime Montilla here, and in this video I'm going to continue with the Review Smart app. For those that are not in the training or in the community, this is the app that we build in the course, and I just want to touch it up a little bit, fix the unit tests. You can see this is the course structure. And it gives you the instructions, the brainstorming, the building the app. This is with Claude GPT. I'm going to add this video under the launch and share your app. After the commit, make sure that we're running the tests and that we're refactoring and it's working as expected. And this is a new section for the apps that have been built and their repos. So these are the videos that I have created, and this is the repos that you can go and clone the code and things like that. So let's get started. Now, so we have this is the app. Going to spin it up here real quick. Let me just close these out, start over, and we may have to update the Streamlit because I haven't touched this in a while. So let's see. I want to make sure that the environment, env, is activated. All right. Then you do Streamlit run source main. That's where the main app lives. Now let's just let me double check. We have that. Or maybe, yeah, that's not where it lives. It actually lives under the UI. So if you give me 1 second here, that's .py. All right, perfect. Let's get it. Let's wait until it loads. I will test it with the same URL. So in this case, make it 100. I want to get the same URL. Let's make sure that it has all the information. So it has the map, the distribution, all the data that is needed, and the optionality to download analysis. Full report. Let's just open this up just so we can see it, making sure that we are aligned what this does. I'll ask again. And these are the reviews, okay? These you can actually use in the future. Hold on, my phone is ringing. You can, check in the future, kind of parse through it, read it, making sure that, depending on the app that you're reviewing, making sure you have the right information, or maybe build another utility that is going to give you some other information related to patterns and things that you see within these comments, okay? And you can use it to make sure maybe you add it as a feature in this new app. But again, it's up to you. I'm going to post this in the community, and I'm going to post the repo. That way you can clone it and then make whatever changes you need to make. Okay? So at this point in time, I just want to make sure that we have clear this. We're running the PyTest, make sure that we're running the unit test. I'm not sure if they're going to be working. They're actually failing. So 3 are passing, 2 are failing. And I want to make sure that we are copying this, going back to Claude. As you know, Claude is your best friend. We are in the Review Smart chat. And then I'm just going to paste this to see what it tells me. It's going to write code again for those specific files that need to be updated. And then we're going to copy it over, rerun it again, make sure that it passes. And then last, I'm going to tell it to update the README file to make sure that everything is up to date. And then I'm going to commit the code. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Let it let it update the files. So we have the test analyzer. So I'm just going to copy here, going back to VS Code, going to go to test analyzer. Yeah, making sure that's there. Then we have test scraper. I'm gonna remove these comments here. That's fine. And then PyTest, the conf test.py. Let's copy that. And I don't think we have that one. So it is under test conf test.py. So I have to create it. Conf test.py. Then we're going to paste the code. And then we want to make sure we run it again. I'm just going to do PyTest just to see what it does. And again, we're going to iterate. It added more tests, by the way. Let's just see. This gives you this gives you like a version of the actual test, the v-v. So let's do this. Again, we're going to copy this. Again, I'm not going to get tired of repeating myself, but this is about being resourceful, about making sure that you're iterating through this. It's not going to be perfect this first time, sometimes not the second one, sometimes not the third one. So it's just a matter of keep iterating until you get the right results, okay? So we have the app working. It's not perfect because we're not getting the right amount of reviews, and there's limitations on the library that we're using, which is no big deal. But again, that code would be for you to be able to debug it, add the necessary new features that you want to add, make it perfect for you, and that's it. This is more for the purpose of you utilizing artificial intelligence to create apps and pretty much learning the basics of it in order for you to be able to build more apps that are going to solve problems, or even just for you to solve or to save you time or be more efficient on the day-to-day, okay? So let's see, we got another file. So that's the analyzer service. Again, I'll iterate here. Make sure, clean that up. Let's update this test. So test analyzer. Actually, sometimes it does this. Like it gives you two versions of it based on what it thinks is happening. It's just not a big deal, but sometimes you have to tell it, hey, I just want the whole file after you've made all the necessary updates. So key fixes, added missing fields in the analyzer service, default values, ensure the add field is always present, update analyzer test, added daytime fields, added comprehensive checks, improve error handling, better handling, etc., etc. Gives you the actual script to run that test specifically. And it is still failing. Let me make sure that everything is saved. Yep, it is saved. All right, so it says analyzer assert false. Okay. So let me make sure. I'm just gonna paste this again. And if anything, we just add other details that come out of the logs. So these changes to resolve the key errors. It didn't. Maybe something else came up, but it's not passing. So it's that's what we want to make sure it does. So just give it a second. Let's debug the test failures. I'll simplify the test first to identify the exact issues. And let's update the analyzer service to ensure that it matches these expectations. And let's update the analyzer interface. So again, as you can see, so it's updating the actually, in this case, it's updating the service. Fine. So test analyzer and then analyzer interface. Okay. So this one is the test analyzer which we're going to update here. Fine. All right, so we got that. Then we're going to update the service. Sentiment analyzer. Service, analyzer service, sentiment analyzer. Okay, so in this case, it gave me an update only on the function, the analyze sentiment. So I'm going to just copy that stuff here. That's why you have to be careful, because if you replace the whole file, things will not be pretty. So let's make sure that we just update that function. Or you can ask it, hey, please write the whole file with the right updates. And then the analyzer interface, let's copy that. A second, let's interface. That's interfaces, source, interfaces, analyzer interface. Fine. And that's it. So it gives you the changes that were made. Going to run the test again. Make sure that everything is saved. Perfect. All right, so that passes. And let me make sure that we run all the tests and make sure that everything passes. Okay, that's what we wanted. So now that everything is up to date, I want to tell it to please, head is here. Let me just move me to the side. So please update the readme.mv file to make sure everything is up to date. Let's see what it does. It's going to give me an update of the readme.md. Okay. Folder structure, code style, limitations. So you can see how typical analyzes 2,000 to 3,000 reviews reliably. Your script might be affected by the rate limiting, which is probably the issue that we're seeing. Some of the apps have, 20,000 or more reviews. It only is giving you like 4,000 or 600, depending on the app. It doesn't give you the whole amount, but at least you can sample and then get a sentiment analysis of what people are saying or talking about, or even just potential ideas to improve the app for you to be able to build a better app. Okay. So build with Streamlit. That's fine. Let's copy that. Let's go to the readme.md. That's fine. And let's go ahead and run the app again. To make sure that it runs, right? That's part of the testing. So let's get the URL. And let's see if it works as expected. Okay, so as you can see, some of the changes that we made affected the app analysis. So again, we have to go back to Claude, and be like, hey, show me all the changes that were made affected the results. Here is there. Okay. Again, this happens. That's why it's good. This is known as regression testing, where some of the changes are made to refactor the code to be able to fix one thing, and fixing one thing breaks the other one. So this is the back and forth between testing and development. It's trying to make sure that the app is working as expected regardless of the changes that are made. Okay? So let's make sure that we're getting the right results here. So it's telling us to run the test again to update this service analyzer. So we're gonna get the whole thing here. I think, yeah, we have everything, all the changes, copy content, service analyzer for analyzer service. That's it. Okay. Fine. Save that file. And I want to make sure that we update the test. The test analyzer. Fine. Okay. Added back all required fields for the analyzer service. Improve sentiment analysis. Enhance testing. And we want to make sure that we shut down, run the test. So it's passing. We want to make sure that we run all the tests. Make sure that they are all still passing. Okay. And then we run the app, which should be passing. Hopefully, or should be working, I'm sorry. All right. We lost the cloud, work cloud. Okay. But again, we go back and forth with this LLM and we tell it, hey, thank you for the changes. The word cloud is missing. Everything else seems to be rendering correctly. Okay, let's see. So that's the analyzer service. It's rewriting the file. So we just have to wait a little bit. And let's see what happened. So added word cloud functionality, proper text cleaning, better word cloud visualization, color word cloud using release color map, enhanced text cleaning, performance optimization. Again, let's go back to analyzer service. Analyzer service. Save that file. Let's make sure I run the test. I like seeing the version. It's cleaner. And then we run it again. We grab the URL. And let's see. Perfect. Okay. So we got everything seems to be working as expected, or at least back to where we have it. But now we have unit test working. Let me go ahead and download these CSV files again, just to make sure that we're getting them like before. So, okay, perfect. These are the reviews. For some reason, it doesn't hold the state once I click on that action for download, which is no big deal. Again, you could always download it and make the necessary changes. And these are the insights, which is a very small CSV file with the information. Okay, so at this point in time, we have fixed the unit test, we have refactored, we have updated the README file. Actually, did we update the README? Yeah, we updated the README. Let me just, make sure I did. Actually, I did. And actually, you can see that here on the changes. So as you can see, so these are some of the changes that were made. So this is the beauty of it. Once you have Git installed and you have committed some code, it actually gives you the before and after before you make the changes and how it will look like after the changes. This is the source control. So you can see what was changed on each of the files. That way you can actually check and double check that the changes that were made were done correctly, right? So I added that. This is a new file, test analyzer. So you can see there's a bunch of changes, bunch of deletions and optimizations, tested scraper. Great. Okay. So at this point in time, I'm just going to go ahead and add this back to the repo. And I'm just going to do it through the terminal. So you can say git add that, which will take every single file. And then you do git. Make sure that everything is safe. Yep. Git commit the message, updated unit test and refactors. General refactor. Okay. Did that push. Gonna tell me, hey, this is not. Actually, yeah, it didn't give me anything. Sometimes it's git that push origin that main or dash main or git that push. Yeah, origin and main, which is the main branch, but git push, it actually did the job. Let me go back to git smart. 1 second. Here. And then we go to the commits. And as you can see here, update unit test and general refactor. And if I click on it, you're actually seeing the same thing that we saw on the IDE. Okay. So that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.